1, 2, 3, and...
Dexter New Blood is the most disappointing thing since My Son. It's honestly impressive just how badly they f***ed up this season. Once you've seen the full season, you can't rewatch it without seeing major plot holes and missed opportunities.
Stop it! You're spoiling it! You're spoiling everything!
This is my smallest complaint, but the season's intro f***ing sucks. Instead of having Dexter go through his morning routine, we get clips from the episode in this flash montage. And this intro f***ing spoils scenes from the show. They also did what most shows are doing nowadays, by having the title slowly being covered with blood throughout the course of the series. The original had personality, and it was so well done they kept it for 8 seasons. The new one is just lazy. Also, where they insert it in an episode just takes you right out. Here's a few examples.
I'm not gonna fuck him up.
What do you think it is? You think they found the body?
We'll find out soon enough. Let's go.
The show's color grading has to be the worst I've seen, and it's on par with Titans. The inside shots have the whites so overexposed it's blinding, and the saturation is turned down so much every scene looks like dust. Kurt Caldwell is this season's main villain, kidnapping runaways and keeping them hostage until he deems them ungrateful. He wants to keep these girls safe, so he decides to shoot them in the chest and turn him into the world's most expensive real doll. Now I hear you ask, did Dexter track this guy down and wait until the right moment to kill him? Nope.
You're kidding, what a crazy random happenstance.
You think that's bad luck? Just wait till you hear how Kurt discovered Dexter killed his son. So Matt wants to buy this gun, but Dexter's all like, nah, you gotta wait until the FBI makes sure you ain't a criminal and shit. Come back in 24 hours. And Matt's all like, man, f*** you, bro. Then Dexter finds out he was responsible for a boat crash that left 5 people dead. And because of this, his urge to murder is getting stronger. And Deb's all like, don't. You f***ing pussy. And Dexter's all like, ugh. Okay, fine. Then when Matt does get the gun, he shoots a deer and almost kills Dexter in the process. Dexter's all like, man, f*** you, bitch, and knocks his ass out, then sets up a kill room in his barn.
Please don't kill me. I have a lot to live for. I have a wife and kids. Shut the fuck up, you fucking nut!
Meanwhile, at some bus stop, Harrison's waiting while listening to emo music. After Dexter kills Matt, he cuts up the body and buries it in his fire pit. The whole town starts looking for Matt, leading to them bringing in search dogs. Dexter, knowing they'll be drawn right to the fire pit, moves the body. He enters a cave where he comes face to face with a bear, and he's all like, "Ah, hell yeah, this is the perfect place to dispose of Matt." Oh wait, hold on, no, okay, instead of feeding Matt to the bear, he puts him in an incinerator that was not previously mentioned. After burning Matt, he finds Kurt stumbling out of a bar, claiming he just FaceTimed with Matt. At this point, I was hooked. I knew Kurt was a serial killer and thought maybe Matt could have been involved with it. Maybe Matt wanted to kill more people, but Kurt was all like,
I'm a walking rain to the falling and I feel the pain.
And this was Kurt realizing that he didn't have to worry about that anymore. And with Harrison turning up with his own dark passenger, maybe Dexter could have wanted to start his own serial killer family, but realizing that all he's doing is f***ing up Harrison even more. But no, Kurt only lies so the cops won't search the cave where he hid the body of his first victims. Then when Kurt gets home, he discovers that what he thought was snow was in fact ash. He then goes back to the incinerator and discovers his son's titanium screws. Because
Titanium doesn't melt.
Titanium doesn't melt.
Yet neither do bones. You know who should know this? Dexter! There was no need to have a big bad this season. All you need is Dexter trying to reconnect with Harrison while covering up mass murder and staying out of the eyes of the law. But this is Dexter we're talking about. And the only time they tried something different was in season 2. Harrison and Dexter don't have a relationship until the 9th episode. Harrison shows up, acts like a dick. He frames this kid as a school shooter and almost kills him in the process. Admits he is a dark passenger and is almost killed by Kurt. Also, Harrison says he was put into the Florida foster system, but the way that works is they check any immediate relatives on your family tree, and had they done that, they would have seen Astor and Cody. In episode 7, Harrison reveals he remembers watching Trinity kill his mother, and I was waiting for Dexter to say, "You want to kill Trinity?" Well, guess what? I already did. And you could have made it to where he makes Harrison think he killed Trinity out of revenge, and the guilt of killing someone, even as evil as Trinity, got to the point where he couldn't go on anymore and he abandoned Harrison and tried to kill himself. You know, then Harrison could read a story about Hannah, and it'll be all like, "Yo, what the f***, bro? You left me with a serial poisoner?" And then Harrison could find out that Dexter didn't kill Trinity out of revenge, and Rita's death was a direct result of Dexter's negligence. Then Harrison could go to the police and reveal his dad's the Bay Harbor Butcher, and the cops would ask for proof, but Harrison wouldn't have any. But then he'd tell them that his real name is Dexter. Then Angela and Molly would end up at the conference and talk to Angel. Then after finding out Dexter's alive, he'd reveal that he watched him kill Brain Surgeon. I don't know, man. I'm trying more than Clyde did.
Ad time.
This video was brought to you by scamming pedophiles. Are you or a loved one currently going through financial problems? Download a random chatting app and start scamming pedophiles today. You really think I'm gonna spend $35 on the Dexter Steelbook? Nope. Molly Parks is 100% the worst part of this season. Her whole thing is she has a fake true crime podcast.
It's called Mary Fucking Kill. Subscribe.
This is the first time in my life that I've been provoked to hit a woman.
And she wants to get the scoop about Matt's disappearance.
A rich, white, entitled, cisgender guy illegally shoots a rare white buck on reservation land and then up and disappears? Of course I am.
You shut the fuck
But
up!
also,
You shut the fuck
let it
up!
get you a little bit.
You shut the fuck up!
Here's the thing. She's not good at her job. Like, here.
The police are finally hip to his MO. But of course, they don't get it together fast enough to stop him from one final cut. For this one, he goes rogue. Still a woman, but this chick is a mother. A gorgeous girl next door beauty with a picture-perfect family.
She gets Trinity's last victim wrong by saying it was Rita, when as far as the world's aware, his last victim was his wife and daughter. And this isn't something you gloss over, because in the world of Dexter, Trinity is on par with Zodiac and Son of Sam. I can't say she's the worst character in Dexter, but she's definitely up there. And guess f***ing what? Saying every f***ing other f***ing word is f***ing obnoxious. Also, true crime shows usually go over why killers did what they did, and not how they did it. But you wanna know how I know Molly is bad at her job? Because the husband of Trinity's last victim is in the same room with her and she doesn't realize it. This bugs me even more because you're using her f***ing wedding photo as your podcast cover art. Angela and Molly go to this talk where they get a cameo from Angel.
Maybe she could help us?
She died. Real fucked up situation. Her brother too, tragic, really. He had a little son. What was his name? Oh, yeah. Harrison.
How do you not remember Harrison's name? Your sister was his full-time nanny for 3 years straight. As this is happening, Harrison almost dies on laced pills and reveals that his dad's real name is Dexter. Dexter then attacks the guy who sold the pills and finds out the name of the guy who made them. He then kills the guy who made them. Angela then talks to the guy who sold the pills and finds a needle mark on his and the dead dude's neck, and finds ketamine in their systems. She then goes on Bing.com and looks up Miami and ketamine and finds the Bay Harbor Butcher. Hi, Editing Wyatt here. And yeah, I know she didn't use Bing.com. However, she did specifically search up Google.com. You know how I know this? She's using Google.com on Internet Explorer. But here's the thing, Dexter uses M99, not ketamine. And at this point, you know Dexter worked in homicide. He would know what drug to use to knock someone out. After killing Kurt, Dexter and Harrison come home to discover their house has been set on fire. Episode 9 ends with Angela getting a letter full of titanium screws and a note reading, "Jim killed Matt." She then finds another screw at Dexter's cabin, and apparently this is enough evidence to make an arrest. And real quick, what evidence does she have connecting Dexter to anything? Nothing. And the script knows she has nothing. So what does Dexter do once he's arrested? He kills a cop and escapes prison. Dexter is arrested, questioned, and killed in the span of 1 hour. It wanted to be another season of Dexter, but it needed to be the ending. There's a lot of stuff I skipped in this episode, like Harrison breaking this kid's arm, Officer Logan. The show's still wanting us to root for step-sibling incest, but I'm done. The more I think about this show, the more I get pissed off. I had a lot of hope for Dexter New Blood when I really shouldn't have, because Dexter is remembered as something it's not. People like to often refer to it as this dark, gritty show about a serial killer who kills other killers, when in fact, it's a soap opera about a serial killer who kills other killers. I often wonder how the last 4 seasons would have played out had Phillips stayed with the show. Would it have been better, or would it have been worse? Showtime did not allow Scott Buck to kill off Dexter in the finale. Would this rule have been changed had Clyde still been involved? Would Phillips have stuck with his original plan of having Dexter on death row, or would we have gotten something like we did in 2013? I don't think you can look back on Dexter as a whole and consider it a good show. I think 2 out of the 8 seasons were amazing, and season 2 was really good until the end. Everything else is very bad, but the problem is people don't think about that. I think the best way to describe New Blood is by using episode titles from the season. It was made to make up for the sins of the father, but ended up just being a giant storm of